Hello, Aquarius. Welcome back to another episode of Solari Tarot. It is Greg here, insanely enough, and I'm here to do a reading for you for September 2022. This will be for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you've wondered where I've been lately or what's been happening in my world, how I've been, I just posted a video called Whisper of the Gods. I would love it if you went and watched that video. It just talks a little bit about where I've been, how I've been doing, how my spiritual path has been that has led me back here, why, and what I expect of my interaction with you on the internet in terms of tarot cards and the ethics around that. So please go watch that. That'll give you a better understanding. If you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll be posting content every week from here on out. There may be some weeks I still may be traveling a lot. I might be taking a cruise ship contract as a singer up north, so I might be traveling next week, but I'm still planning on releasing these videos. So yeah, we're gonna do things a little bit differently around here for these readings. We're gonna start with your astrology. I think that's important. We're gonna go over some oracle cards I've already pulled for you here. And then finally, we're gonna pull a tarot spread for you. So, Aquarius, let's get started. Your astrology for the month is a bit of a thing we need to talk about. All of us have some really challenging placements as a collective this month. And for you, it looks like there could be some curveballs in your plan. Look, this is normal for a month that's saturated with a Mercury retrograde. We're gonna get more into this. Listen, at the beginning of the month, Mercury is in your adventure-seeking 9th house that's opposing Jupiter. So you're trying to figure out how to get the most bang for your buck. You're wanting to get as much out of what you're doing as you possibly can around the first week of September. You're digging deeper, you're looking for the truth, but also the true nature of yourself so that you can better add up to what's coming. And after all, what's coming is a Mercury retrograde on September 9th. This for you, Aquarius, is gonna be strange, straight up. It's going to be all about the uncharted path, the path that nobody ever walks. There could be some strange things that are happening to you this month during the retrograde, and you could be feeling lost at times through this month. There could be frustrations around delays or limitations that you can't quite break yourself out of. And it's starting to get you a little existential, right? You're starting to say, oh, what is the meaning of my freaking life? And then I think in the stressing over it this month, you're going to start to realize life is meant to be lived, not freaked out about the whole time. So definitely philosophical moments for you during this retrograde. I think it's all going to be so hazy and aloof and strange. Excuse me. I've had a little cough for the last week. So don't get lost in the sauce. I think that you could have some almost borderline psychedelic moments of strangeness that are unfolding for you during the retrograde. You're the only sign really that might be having these kind of strange experiences that you can't quite put your finger on. Now, we have a full moon in Pisces in your 2nd house of money and self-worth. That's going to be the day after Mercury stations direct on the 10th. And you're going to realize that not all of your problems are going to be solved by money. There's stability comes from things other than just money, right? Eventually you're going to have to water yourself. You're going to have to water your roots. The swiping of a credit card is not going to fix all the problems in your life. And I think that that's going to be what you're really thinking about during the full moon. I would advise you during this moon to spend a lot of time looking at your finances, not in some like, oh my God kind of way, but like objectively, so that you can look at where money's seeping through the cracks. Now, this is where I want you to hang on and get ready, because by September 18th, we have Mercury again forming an opposition with Jupiter. This is going to be in your third house of communications, and you could be feeling like you're on a roller coaster ride. You could be feeling like you're stretched beyond what you're able to perform. So remember, you don't have to say yes to everything. You could be feeling like there is so much going on and you can't quite get a grasp, you know? The morning coffee is not doing it. You know, you're not, you just feel like you're kind of swinging along the ride. Now, we have Venus in your 8th house of intimacy forming an opposition with Neptune on the 24th. So here is that throw everything to the side and maybe get attracted to something dangerous. So pay attention to any red flags. You might want to throw everything to abandon and go just like get on the metaphorical motorcycle of some dick and ride off with him. So don't lose yourself in your realizing red flags are happening, yeah? Now, that clarity that you're searching the whole month for is coming to you on the 25th in the form of a new moon in Libra. There's a lot of magic for you because this is coming into your 9th house of wisdom and open-mindedness. You're looking at the big picture. You're seeing things for what they really are. We see this trend here astrologically of, for all of us, that right around the second, we are peaking up, and then this retrograde takes us down till we get to the 18th. And then we start to see things moving forward in that next week, and by the 25th, there really is magic in the air. So we're kind of starting the month on a good note and ending it on a good note, just really going into the depths of that retrograde in the course of the month, yeah? Now, your oracle cards are kind of interesting because your animal totem or spirit for the month is the spider spirit. Make your dreams real, it says here. I think, I think that you are going to be able to understand a lot about more of what your dreams actually are, Aquarius, as this month progresses. And I think that you're learning how to weave something, right, that is in line with what you are and what you want. We have Ask, the first human man here. This is from your Norse card. This is about a story of when Odin and some of his brothers created Earth. And Ask is very similar to the Adam, the first human man. When we see this card, we see a lot of things that could be unfolding for you here at this time, and a lot of new ventures that you're moving toward. I think that a lot of this will happen in October, quite frankly, but and I think that new moon on the 25th is gonna sweep you off your feet. I think you're gonna be feeling really good around that moon. I wanna get into your tarot though. Let's do that. Aquarius, September 2022. Let's see what we have coming out from the tarot. What's Aquarius's message okay. 8 of Swords, darling. This is being too close to a problem. This is being held back, usually by yourself, self-imposed restriction, as we say. You can see that the person on this card here is seemingly being held back, but the fabrics around them are actually kind of draped almost. It probably wouldn't be very hard for this person to get undone and then unblindfolded, and then, you know, they have blades all around them. They could probably just rub up against one and cut themselves free, right? If they wanted. The problem is that this can sometimes mean mental health crises that come in, or little negative self-talk experiences that we have with ourselves, you know? And here in the month, you know, we really do have roller coaster rides for you, you know? So you might be really busy, so it might not be good. Look at this, 2 of Swords. And we see similar iconography on both of these cards. What do you notice about both of them, Aquarius? what you'll notice is that both of them are blindfolded. So I think that there could be some blind spots for you here in the month. This is pretty normal when we have a full moon in Pisces. There can be a little bit of a tendency to get into a blind spot, but I think that we might be all up in our head about stuff that might not require so much stress, right? And I think that you dealing with stress is a big message during this month, especially in your astrology. Because you're going to be very philosophical this month. Your cup is going to be flowing over very soon. And I think that the Ace of Cups is such a beautiful card to come out in this placement with these other cards, because it shows that where there's been a blockage, there will be a beautiful, vital flow of energy to you, probably toward the end of this month. And the Ace of Cups is also about feeling really good about where we are in life. There's a cup runneth over mentality. We can sometimes be falling in love when we see the Ace of Cups. We can sometimes be pregnant when we see the Ace of Cups. There's a fertile, new, fresh beginning that feels like sanctified water. It feels so fresh and so clean, and it feels purifying in some way. So I definitely think for you this month, we're gonna see some purification in your mind space. Very nice to see. Let's see what else we have. Look at this. Ace of Wands, darling. The second ace out. I love it. I think that there is a lot of brand new beginning happening for you. Now remember, this new moon on the 25th is in your 9th house. There's a lot of magic available to you at this time. This is a big manifesting moon. After this retrograde, what have we learned and what do we now want to creatively bring into our experience? So 2 aces, it could be a particularly challenging month, but I think that you're ending it on a very good note. Once again, this is a big trend I'm seeing with the collective, with everybody through this retrograde. It's just falling in different areas of life. Let's see what else. Okay, we don't want all that, please. Man, it's so nice to be back here with you guys filming videos. I've been having a lot of fun. Okay, now we have the Lovers. We have the High Priestess here. And we have the 9 of Wands. Hang on, darling. Listen, here's the thing. You're very close to new, fresh energies in your life at this time. And astrologically, after that Mercury retrograde starts to let up, things are going to be feeling fresh and exciting again. I'm almost seeing you romanticizing some small parts of your life, like, the pumpkin spice latte, perhaps. Romanticizing the coffee and the fall day and the nice sweater and the cozy candle, and really getting back to basics. With Mercury retrograde, this is an opportunity for all of us to just, in a way, veer back from being so out there in the world and determine, what it is that we're restructuring during this time. And you are I'm seeing the veil here, because we have the High Priestess here and then we have the Lovers here. So I'm feeling that you're very much peeking through the veil this month and seeing that there's a lot of healing that's available to you at this time. Any impasses or any stopped movement or clogs in your energy are getting unclogged. I would recommend around that new moon time doing a ritual bath. If you'd like me to do a video on ritual baths, let me know in the comments, because I do them a lot. I can show you how to make your own. It's cheap, it's easy. It can be very meaningful to us during our moon ceremonies. It can help set us up in better ways. Let me know in the comments about that. But with the Lovers, of course, this is Gemini energy. And we, for some of you, this can be budding love relationships that are happening for you in the month of September. Love is not a big theme of your month per se, but for a lot of you, I think it's picking the path. and hanging in there and knowing that we're almost at the end, so that we have this like really nice fresh new beginning coming. This is a big air sign energy as well. Now, with the High Priestess, this is where I'm saying to you, I think we're peering through the veil. I think we're seeing the unseen here within the month. I think this is very good energy, quite frankly, for when we're feeling a little lost. So there is this North Star and there is this anchor that you can count on during the month. And you know, look, there is some challenging stuff here for you in the month that could look like you're feeling really lost, particularly through the retrograde. There could be some delays, limitations. This could be sparking the negative voice that you're hearing. And I just want to remind you, everything is still protected. Just hang in there. Let's pull you a couple more cards and get a full picture. Aquarius, a couple more cards, please. Aquarius. Okay, yeah, you wanted to come out. So, our last two cards, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Justice card. And as I'm holding this card, I'm hearing a Bible verse, and I don't know so much about the Bible. I've studied it in my life, but there is this really beautiful Bible scripture, so I can't tell you where it is, but it's for every time a season, or for every season, a time of happiness and a time of sadness, a time to reap and a time to sow. And, this month could feel like you're on the roller coaster and you're not actually getting any closer to getting to where it is you want to be and what it is that you want to have in your life. I want to remind you, a lot of us are feeling this way with this retrograde. It's not real. You have a lot of progression and progressive energy moving here as we move towards the end of the month. I think that you're seeing a little bit of something that could be a lot in your future here during the retrograde. You're going to be very spiritual this month. I want to say it. I think you're being philosophical. I think that you're listening to podcasts, and I think you're trying to expand your wisdom here this month and use the time of retrograde to step back for a second, but also get a bird's eye view perspective by getting heavy into your spiritual life. I think this is paying off for you. I think it's evening things out. There could be the potential that some things just are moving slower this month than you would have preferred them. But I wouldn't worry about that so much. I think that you're going to be just fine. Once we get into October, we have Mars moving into Gemini, which we'll talk about in October's reading. But that could be, a long-term trend for you. Mars will be staying there for 7 months, which is highly unusual. Typically, it only stays there 6 to 7 weeks. So this is a thing, We'll talk about that more in your October reading, but this is what we're looking at for you for the month. It could feel really strange. Don't let it pull you off of your path. If you're feeling like you're stagnant or you're slowed down, I wouldn't so much worry about that. I think I would just let the retrograde do what it does and let it show you what it's going to show you. Be spiritual about it, make it dramatic if you need to, do your thing. I love you. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see on this channel moving forward. I've been filming some stuff for you, like vlogs and like tarot in action videos to kind of break the monotony of us waiting on a message to fix everything and kind of just start a new kind of experience on this channel where I'm just posting about other things. If you're interested in that, definitely hit the follow, subscribe button if you're brand new. You can follow me over on Instagram at SolariBoy and on TikTok at SolariBoy. I'm gonna try to, in the coming weeks, as I get back to the channel full time, I'm gonna try to start posting some stuff on TikTok, but Folks, the TikTok tarot place, it's kind of toxic over there. So I'm a little scared. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. But I love you. Take good care of yourselves. I'll see you next month for your reading. And stay tuned. There's going to be some other stuff happening and getting posted to the channel this month as well. So I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.